Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Magic and Miracles, where you learn how to be the magician of your life. And I really do mean it literally. My name is Anna, and I'm a manifestation coach. All the information is below. You can get coaching from me, there's different packages. Usually, I recommend you spend at least a month with me because it takes at least 30 days for your brain to rewire and make a fundamental change in your thinking habits. We go through everything: belief systems, scripting, affirmations, techniques, your background, anything that's standing in your way to achieve the best results. So today, oh, and by the way, please use Cash App when booking. It really makes it a lot easier for me. Also, join the Facebook page and share your success stories in manifesting. So today we're going to talk about something that a lot of people are talking about, and I wanted to give you my own spin on it. How to make them chase you. So I will tailor this audio towards, women being chased by a man, but it goes obviously for both genders. I just think it's more for women to be chased than for men. I don't really feel like men need to be chased. I think it's for the men to do the chasing. The biology is kind of built around this principle. So I will speak from a perspective of a woman, and I'm sure that you will, use it the way that you need to use it. So first of all, this is obviously for somebody who is not experiencing this now and who has been chasing instead. So if you've been chasing this person instead of being chased, obviously step one would be to completely stop the chasing. There's only one person who can do the chasing. It's like, when you play games as a child, if you're the one chasing, obviously you cannot be, chased. So you need to stop the chasing completely. First of all, it's counterproductive to be chasing anything or anyone, as per the law of attraction, because the more you chase, the more you push it away from you. So fundamentally, this is completely crucial for you to stop chasing anything or anyone and understand that that's just not going to help you whatsoever. So I'm going to give you this in 5 steps and take notes if you need to. So the way to turn this completely around, and yes, it's possible no matter what happens. We don't really care about what happens in the past. We believe here that anything is possible. So if you're the magician, you kind of acquire this thinking. The number one step is to realize that this is your movie. This is your matrix. Okay? And nobody gets to decide anything. Maybe you forgot. All right. And this is why you were doing the chasing. Maybe you thought that you need to maneuver, manipulate, force things. No. This is your movie. You're the star. And whatever you say goes. The number one thing is to remind yourself of this and to become not the chaser, but to become the magnet. And what do I mean by being a magnet? A lot of people talk about being magnetic and being a magnet, but what does that really mean? Becoming a magnet happens when you remind yourself that it's all about you. It's not about another. It is all coming to you. It's attracting to you. You're attracting things to you. You're designing this movie. It's the projection of your mind. So this is how you become the magnet. You're reminding yourself that you are the center of your creation. You're the center of your universe. You're the God of your universe. You're putting yourself in charge again rather than being an observer of your reality of some kind and thinking that you are powerless and that you need to chase or maneuver or manipulate. No, that is completely stupid and doesn't really bring any results that you want. You become magnetic by understanding that this doesn't really matter how things look right now in the 3D world, that you can go back to the drawing board and create a new reality from your mind. That it doesn't matter what's happening around you, who thinks what, the only thing that matters is what you think. That it's all coming from you. That's how you become magnetic again. You become magnetic by acknowledging that you have the power. You've had it all along. You just used it in the reverse. That whatever you decide goes. You just forgot all these things. So now you're reversing this completely and taking the power back. A magnetic person doesn't ask anybody for anybody else's opinion. They don't care because they know that they can create anything. Okay, no, they don't ask for anybody's opinion. If somebody tells them something negative, they disregard it. If somebody's complimenting them, that's nice, but ultimately they know who they are. They know their worth. The only thing that matters to them is what's going on in their mind, period. That's a magnetic person. They're too busy creating their reality to give a shit about what's going on the outside. Anyway, next point. This is the fundamental principle. This is how it's all going to turn around. The next step would be for you to change your thoughts about what this person is thinking of you. So right now, you might be thinking that this person doesn't want to talk to you. They don't want to. Well, you've been chasing them and trying to communicate perhaps. And your idea of them right now is that they don't want to talk to you. They're avoiding you. They're ghosting you. They don't like you. They don't want to be around you. They don't love you. So the only reason, right, this is the case is because you assumed that. This is the law of assumption at play. You've created that. So the only reason this movie, this kind of movie is playing in your world right now is because that's the assumption you made. Period. It doesn't mean that you're not pretty enough. It doesn't mean that you're not smart enough. It doesn't mean that you're not good enough. None of that is accurate. Okay, you ever seen people who aren't like particularly beautiful, aren't particularly talented, aren't particularly anything, and yet they have the whole world around them, spinning around them because there's something magnetic about them. This is why the magnetism is that they understand this principle. It's about the thought world. It's not about the 3D at all. Okay, so you don't have to be anybody particularly good looking or particularly anything, actually. You can be anybody and employ this principle and understand that you can change anything. First of all, beautiful people are beautiful from the inside. And that just goes along with everything I just said. That everything happens on the inside. So when you change your thoughts about what this person will think of you now, starting from this very moment, that they want you, they crave you, they are absolutely obsessed with you, they can't stop thinking about you, you're the only one they want, they are chasing you, they're like can't stop emailing you, they're just like gone bananas over you suddenly, right? When you replace the old thoughts with those thoughts, right? And it will take some time for you to get used to this new story, to this new assumption. That's the entire game changer. You just assume that now they are so obsessed with you. They cannot stop chasing you. That some kind of miracle happened to them, if you want to think of it this way. That all of a sudden, the roles got reversed and now they are the one chasing you and cannot stop chasing you. In the beginning, you really have to, keep understanding that the 3D will take some time to reflect this. So you need to keep repeating this new assumption to yourself, even though you don't see anything in the 3D world that reflects your new assumption. And the way to do it is through feeling. Like the fastest way to manifest anything is that you feel it. You know you're not seeing anything on the outside, but you're feeling like, oh my God, they can't stop thinking about me. Oh my God, they are so obsessed with me. Oh my God, they are right now totally like addicted to me. They cannot get me out of their mind. And all of these thoughts will go out now instead of the old thoughts into the collective unconscious and reach this person. And all of a sudden, something will light up in this person's head and they will start thinking these thoughts. Guaranteed. Guaranteed. Okay? This person is a pigment of your imagination to begin with. Okay, the only reason they behaved before the way that they did and you thought that you needed to chase them is because that's the role you assigned to them. It's like you showed up to the set of your movie and you were distributing the script, right? And you were like, here's your script. I'm going to be chasing you and you don't think that I'm good enough for you. Right? So that's the assumption you gave them. And they played out the role, just the way that you asked them to, very diligently. This time around, you're switching it. You're writing a new script and you're telling them, no, now we're going to play a different game. You are going to be chasing me. You're in love with me. You're completely obsessed with me. You're even more obsessed with me than I am obsessed with you. You cannot stop thinking about me. You're reaching out to me constantly. You're emailing me. You're texting me. You're just all about me. You're wrapped around my finger. Okay? And that's the movie that will play, because at some point, this person is going to be overwhelmed with these thoughts and they will not be able to stop doing that stuff. They will take action and you will see them do exactly what you wrote. Now, some people will say this is manipulation. No, it isn't. Okay? No, it's not. Why? Because this person is your creation to begin with. They're part of your movie. So don't you think it's your obligation to assign them the role that you need them to play? And isn't this your obligation as well to assign them a role that pleases you instead of creating suffering? Now, I'm not saying you're going to be rude to this person or you're going to be nasty to this person. No, use this benevolently. I'm just going on the assumption that you really love this person and you are just as crazy about this person. So that's the only, time you should really utilize this. But this is manifesting. This is completely going inside of your head and changing the story and changing their character into what you want them to be. Step 3, you need to imagine their new behavior and how it's going to make you feel. Feel how it would feel to be chased by this person. Constant emails, constant texts, they can't get enough of you. They're always there to ask you out or giving you gifts or whatever it is that you want from them. They're just enamored with you. They're 100% the role that you wrote out for them. And feel how good that feels and how amazing you feel now all of a sudden to be chased and to be completely, that they're so taken by you, they cannot stop chasing you. And I'll tell you something else. This will work even if you tell them that that's what you're doing. First of all, not a lot of people will believe it. But this works regardless if they know that you're doing it or they don't. Because this is just the world of thought form. And in the parallel reality in which you're going to create this, they are going to not only not mind that you're doing this, but they're going to enjoy it. Okay, so universe is always harmonious. It's not going to let you do anything that's not going to bring harmony. So therefore, rest assured this version of this person is going to be in complete harmony and accord with what it is you're doing, and they're going to enjoy this. They're going to want to do this. Imagine what they're telling you. Imagine their words. Imagine their texts. Imagine their whatever the gifts they're sending you, how they're holding your hand now, how they're like really loving to you. Imagine all of the scenes that you will ultimately experience now that they have completely changed towards you. Step 4 would be to persist. So like I said in the beginning, it will not be obvious that this is happening. But when you think nothing is happening, everything is happening. Okay, because in the invisible or in the thought form, right, in their mind, the change took place the minute you switched them. But in the 3D, you need to see the effects after a certain amount of time. So what your job is to persist. Even if you're not seeing anything, you need to understand that it's happening. It's working. You just need to keep doing it until you see it in the 3D. And this is actually for any manifestation whatsoever, even if it's money or anything like that. And number 5, I want to say that don't think that this is taboo, or don't think that it is complicated. The reason it's not taboo is very easy. You've used it in the reverse form to harm yourself. So why would it be taboo to create a good outcome? So that's number 1. The other thing is that why does it have to be complicated when it was so easy for you to create the shitty version of this person? So that's number 2. When you don't think those silly ideas, it will be easy. It will be just as easy as you created the shitty version. Switch your belief and say to yourself, the good stuff is always easy. The good outcomes are always easy. The bad outcomes are hard. I have to work really hard to create bad outcomes. And don't work at them at all. But tell yourself, good things are always easy. They come easily. This is what's supposed to happen to me. And that is how you create it in the flash, because it does work this way. You just haven't been accustomed to creating good outcomes in an easy way, because for whatever reason, you told yourself you don't deserve it, but you do. Lastly, I want to leave you with this. When you achieve this good result, keep at it. Don't start going back to the old version of yourself where you still think that you need to maneuver. No. Anytime you want something happen, go back to the drawing board and create the ideas or the behavior or whatever it is you need to create on the outside in your mind, and you'll see them outpictured in your world. Thank you so much for listening. Until next time. Bye-bye.